Don't have your finger.
That was easy.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Shak-Reacts here once again, and today's some crazy clips of the worst couples I can find. And like always, guys, my favorite clip will be at the end, but in this first one, it is absolutely horrible. These women think it's okay to cheat on your man as long as it's his fault.
Do women cheat?
Because their man's not doing good enough.
They're not doing good enough.
Probably not.
Yeah, their man's not doing good enough. They can't fulfill what they need.
A man doesn't do enough, and that's why a woman cheats, right?
Yeah.
What does a man have to do to keep you then?
Everything.
What's everything?
Everything. All love
Fulfill all
languages.
needs. Yeah.
Show up and put out. Quality
Say
time.
pull out.
No, put out.
Oh, pull out. Think.
And yeah, pull out.
If you had to choose between love and money, what are you taking? Would you rather take
Love, definitely.
You're a romantic. Okay, I would choose money because I think platonic love is everything as well.
You lying ass.
Yeah, what kind of logic is this? There is no accountability in the slightest. And I've heard this excuse before when women say, women only cheat when they're being mistreated. If you're being mistreated and you don't like your man, you just break up with him, not cheat on him. Yeah, the title says cooking for her blue-collar husband, but it should be changed to killing her blue-collar husband. The amount of salt that she put on this meal, the amount of sodium, you can't pay me to eat this. Not only that, this isn't cooking. I think a woman like her doesn't even know how to boil an egg, and this man is better off starving himself than eating this.
My boyfriend pay my bill, and what happened was my phone doesn't have Wi-Fi in there.
Let's take this outside.
Sorry, I had money in my account, and now I don't.
Okay.
This happens to me all the time. My car broke down. You're like, you can see it.
Well, you need to pay your bill.
I know. I'm gonna make money if I have my phone to make money.
Are you gonna pay your bill right now?
I'm gonna try.
Where's your phone?
In the bar, probably in my bag, or sometimes it vanishes because God just does that.
I'm confused. How are you gonna pay your bill with your phone?
I'm gonna ask people on Facebook to pay my bill. Morgan Wallen.
You're fucking poor!
There is no way people really live their lives like this, fully reliant and dependent on the simps online that give them money. Now, of course, guys, nothing is free in this world. She is paying up in some kind of way, and this cop just met a street worker without realizing it.
Greatest love, and why did you fall in love with them?
I'm not gonna say her name because it'll embarrass her. I'm single and there's a reason for that.
What happened to you two, no one asked?
She wasn't interested. It was just that simple.
How long had you two gone out?
We didn't.
Oh, did you
Just
ever,
close friends.
Did you ever tell her?
Yeah. It is possibly the single most awkward experience in my entire life. I just felt like I needed to be honest with her. I mean, our relationship's never really quite recovered from it. We're still close friends, but it's not the same.
How were you able to get over it?
I didn't. I'm 50 years old and single, and that's on me. That's not on her. That's not on anyone else. A huge part of me regrets that I ever met her. Then the instant after that, I have huge regrets that I ever had that regret.
You're a victim.
So this clip is incredibly sad, but not in the sense that I feel bad for him because he did put himself in this situation. He literally wasted his entire life chasing a woman who doesn't even love him back. He should have focused on himself, got in better shape, and went to where he was respected. Stop settling and chasing these women who aren't giving you guys a chance. Some men like this because they think it's a chase, but a chase eventually comes to an end. There is no end to this.
So what I mean by entertainment industry is music, modeling, and acting. Okay. And being a boss that I am, and like a woman of God. The stripping that's just a 9-to-5 side hustle to me.
You said that's a 9-to-5 side hustle.
You're a demon.
Yeah, I will never understand the kind of women that say they're religious or they believe in God, but still do OnlyFans or this kind of street work on the side. If you guys know who Sophie Rain is, she said this in the last video I posted. You can believe in God, but just know, God's not an idiot.
To be on that aggressive shit, I really wanted to get the fuck, stop putting the hat on. Leave it right there.
I wanted to come on here and be I wanted to be submissive. I wanted to be nice. I wanted to be cool. I wanted to leave the aggressive shit home. But you in here provoking me, bro. And I'm not trying to crash out. I will punch you in your face. You keep talking real shit.
I'm not even talking.
Yeah, listen, I don't think any woman should ever lay her hands on a man, but bro, stop crying. Get the hell up, leave, or defend yourself. Not sit there crying and dealing with it. This is the most feminine thing I've ever seen.
I pay bills. I just feel like I'm in a moment where I'm like in my feminine era because I'm tired of being in my masculine, that I refuse to give anymore.
But is it wrong if a man to like not accept that?
Like what?
At least pay the cable. Pay something. You don't have no kids, why not? Give me the opportunity to save my money also the same way I'm giving you the opportunity to save your money too. We gotta build, right?
It's like a yes or a no.
What?
You gotta love how she's correlating masculine and feminine era with who's paying the bills. You're telling me a person is in their masculine era when it comes down to paying their own bills? I think that just means you're an adult.
A boyfriend is strict when you are pretty. That's why some of you have the freedom that you have. Sure.
Hey babe, what do you think about people saying you doing oath for a living isn't a job?
If it's not a job, then how did I buy a house and cars and furniture and beds?
A pot-smoking slut!
You could say this regarding any industry that's horrible out there. Gambling, selling drugs, heck, even assassins. Just because they're making money and you're able to buy things with it doesn't mean it should be looked at as a job.
I slept with somebody that was too young to buy alcohol from the shop. So I treated him to some alcohol and then treated him to some of my...
She goes on to say that she treated him with some of her holes. The only hole you should be indulging in, my love, is going into solitary confinement, because that is a crime. Bonnie Blue is point blank one of the reasons that the legal age of consent should be raised to 18. I am sorry, there is far too many weirdos who get away with it on a technicality nowadays. Oh, it's not illegal because they're 16, so it's the age that you can give consent. If she recorded that and uploaded it, then it would be taken down for child porn. Who is allowing this woman to still post? One of my videos got taken down once because I used a fork and it was counted as a dangerous weapon. That woman gets to talk about illegal activities.
This woman is making a valid point, and the reality is, this kind of stuff is actually pushed on social media. These social media websites like TikTok, Instagram, I won't even lie, maybe even YouTube a bit, is pushing out this kind of content because this content draws in more viewers to the platform, as well as the platform actually profits off of it due to these people spending ads. It's a corrupted world, and stay off social media as much as you can.
Do y'all not realize that I left CJ?
What does she mean she left me? I kicked her out. It was unexpected. She had no idea it was coming. She wasn't prepared.
I didn't even want the furniture.
I didn't even want the furniture. You didn't buy the furniture.
I didn't want the car.
I didn't even want the car. You didn't buy the car.
He doesn't even give me anything now.
He doesn't even give me anything. I just gave her money.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
This really proves that you should always hear both stories before judging someone. There's a lot of women who like to say that they're the victim in a certain situation, but this is really how the full story ended up.
What are y'all still doing in America? Like, this could be 5:30 on a Thursday night for you if you just book a freaking flight.
Book a flight. I can't eat. I'm broke.
Every woman's worst nightmare is seeing a man she left for another become better, richer, and fitter, then date a more beautiful and feminine woman than her. That's a fact.
It's facts! It's facts! It's not facts. These facts is not facts.
This is exactly why the best revenge is just leveling up your life, focusing on yourself, not chasing someone or resulting to petty revenge tactics like sleeping around.
What is your biggest confession?
My biggest confession is that when my ex-girlfriend cheated on me, after I found out, I went and I slept with her brother.
Did the ex-girlfriend find out?
No.
So she still doesn't know to this day?
Yeah, and I might be pregnant.
You have a good night.
Sometimes I always realize, how do people end up being single mothers? Then watching this clip really shows me how it's done. People just put themselves in the dumbest situations possible.
I'm tired of being single. I want to be a wife.
So this is actually becoming a trend all over social media, showing that all women should chase money instead of love. Any woman who's only with a man for money is just a street worker with extra steps.
I just paid $300 to look like a f***ing Karen. I look like I'm on the PTA. I swear I don't drive a f***ing minivan. I look like I have 3 sons who play f***ing t-ball. I look like I collect coupons. Oh god. I don't use coupons. Okay, let's practice. Let's practice. Let me speak to your manager.
Honestly, I would also crash out, and she has every single right to at this point. Go inside, ask for the manager, and become the true Karen you look like.
I personally don't like when a man is obsessed with me. No woman wants that. Detach yourself. Seriously, detach yourself. This is where we start calling men simps. There's no reason for you to think there's only one fish in the sea. You have options, act like it. If a man is going up to a woman, it's a yes or a freaking no. You don't need to convince this woman, okay? You don't need to try too hard. If she's not interested, she's not interested.
I love this so much. You should never show that you're overly interested, and it doesn't mean that you should be hitting up a girl every single time she responds to you, or you should be distant. But if that girl isn't showing you attention, then stop focusing too much on her and pivot your attention elsewhere, either to a person who actually is going to show you attention, or just realize that your time is valuable and you shouldn't be wasting it on someone like this.
What are you doing, man? Goddamn motherfuckers better get away from me.
Oh my god!
Hey!
Don't scream.
Need some help back here!
No, don't scream. Nope, nope. I just need to get right now. My fault, bro.
You good? What else? You done?
Yeah, I just looking for some.
Alright.
You straight? Oh, but you straight?
It's kinda cool.
You straight, bro?
Yeah, I'm straight.
Okay.
Yeah, part of me got my money on YC. Any TikTok prankster or YouTuber pulling these kind of pranks definitely doesn't know how to fight.
What's your problem? What's my problem? Everything. Everything's my problem.
This.
I have gender dysphoria, everything.
What's that like? Tell me more. Like gender dysphoria, like what do you feel like on a daily basis with that?
I honestly am so affirmed in myself, but I guess like a lot of like hateful people is what makes me like think about my gender more than I naturally would.
Interesting. So how do you identify? Do you mind sharing?
As a woman. I'm a woman. Yeah.
How were you born biologically?
I was born a man. I'm biologically a male. I have a penis. That's it.
Okay, cool.
Stop it. Get some help.
They really created this entire problem in their head. They said that everything is a problem in their life, but it's the problem that you created in your fairy tale land.
I just got back from a first date and we matched on Hinge, and I just don't really know why I'm still doing all of these meaningless first dates that is leading nowhere. Like at this point, I'm in my late 20s, I'm 28, I'm just so convinced that not everyone's lucky enough to find their lifetime partner, and I'm okay with it. Like I finally came to a realization that I'm accepting that I might just ended up being alone forever.
Now this may be an unpopular take, but what she just said is very commonly said amongst other people, including my own friends. I think a lot of my boys really came to a point in their lives where they said, I don't think love exists anymore. They think they missed their opportunity with someone in the past. Let me know what you guys think.
Someone explained to me the phenomenon of this personality type.
I am great.
It seems that in my lifetime, a new type of enlightened individual has emerged. Someone who claims to be able to channel godlike entities.
Feel the energy of the blue avians.
And aliens from other dimensions.
Here are 3 signs that you might be an Arcturian starseed.
They appear to be and present themselves as being extremely spiritual or in touch with otherworldly phenomena.
Yes, we are here! We are here, we are very happy to be here, yes indeed, dear one, yes, we are here.
But what's really going on here? Are these people part of a new spiritual revolution? Or is it simply an identity where people display themselves on social media as spiritually enlightened?
I'm a starseed, I'm a starseed.
Can living like these people suggest actually make your life more tolerable and meaningful? Or is it all a bunch of f***ing bullshit? You be the judge.
The fact that this woman is getting so much publicity and she has a huge audience really doesn't surprise me. We live in a world where women judge dating a man off of the birth month, or what time of hour he was born, or the fact that they pray to all these colorful rocks. Kind of checks out for me, honestly.
Would you consider doing OnlyFans?
This is a good question. I think OnlyFans is like you can get from 0 to 100. You can make so much money, but me personally, I would never do that because first you have my family, and maybe someday you don't get enough money anymore, and then these pictures and videos of you are in the internet, and they can never be deleted. Or maybe people made like Aufnahmen, wie sagt man das? Videos of it, yeah, screen recording or screenshots, and this will be forever, and that's why I would never do it.
But for all the money in the world, if you get like 5 million for sure every month, you can retire your mom, your parents, buy cars for your friends and houses and whatever.
It's still because of my family though, but yeah, and because of my future kids maybe, because they would have a great life, but in school or anything, everyone.
But imagine if you can say to your kids like, hey, your mama did some things, you know, if the Ferrari, the house, if there's some haters, fuck them.
Yeah, yeah, but not everything is about the money, and you can do it without OnlyFans too. So yeah.
What do you think about women who do it?
Totally fine. They should do whatever they want. It makes a lot of money, and if they want to, they should go for it, I think.
Good answer. The fact that these women aren't willing to sacrifice themselves all for money, that there's things that are more valuable than money. What's the point of having all of this money if you have no one to share it with? And you can't buy people's approval or people's acceptance.
How would it be if, as a married woman, somebody asked me who my guy best friend was, and I said another guy's name other than my husband? Yes, I have guy friends, but they were my husband's friends before they were my friends, and you would never catch me hanging out with them alone. You would never catch me, oh, let's just go grab coffee just as friends. No, I don't even text them individually. If you're dating a girl or if you're dating a guy and this girl has a guy best friend, no. Immediate red flag.
Very true. And anytime anybody says anything like, oh, I've known them my entire life, great. If that's the case, you marry them then.
Put your hands on a woman. That would be the rule.
That's what I was taught growing up.
Do you? Let me ask a deeper question. Do you agree with that rule?
No, I don't agree with that.
Why?
Because I believe that if anybody puts their hands on you, you have every right to put your hands on them.
So if a woman, you openly say that you would hit a woman?
I would hit somebody if I feel that my life is in danger or somebody attacked me. It's not woman anymore, because now men can be women and women can be men. So, you know, apparently we're equal, right?
Yeah.
So if a person, right, attacked me and went to attack me, I have every right to defend myself, isn't that?
Yeah, but you know that you're physically stronger than a woman though.
Yeah, but she does. But something's going on in her head that makes her think that she can take my punch.
Okay, but again, let me.
But if you know that, you know I'm physically stronger than a woman.
Yeah, yeah.
You know you're physically stronger than a woman.
Yeah.
So why doesn't she know that?
Let me.
True. We know this as men. Why didn't she know that? Why does she think she can do it?
Joke's on you, Arlen. I identify as a woman.
You're gonna stand on business every time.
Yeah, I think he said everything perfectly. It is 100% that woman's fault for trying to piss off someone who is much stronger than her. That's like me going into the woods and then poking a bear and then wondering why I get attacked. I am not going to piss someone off who is much stronger than me and who is much more capable of hurting me than I am of hurting them.
What do you wish more knew about how men operated? There's 10,000 times more going on inside the head of a man than you have any idea. He's carrying burdens that you don't have a clue about. And he don't know how to express them, and he don't know what to do about it. And he figures if he puts it out there and communicates it, he's just going to be called a fool, called weak. The average man does not need to go get therapy for the battles and the burdens he's carrying inside. What he needs is for those that he's carrying them for to recognize that they're there and to respect it and to be grateful for it.
Yeah, I wanted to add in this clip because I feel like a lot of men can relate to this. The moment we're literally out of the womb, we're just shoved by society that the only way a man is valuable is by the things he can offer or the things he can sacrifice in his life. If a man isn't sacrificing his life or his time to anyone, society has deemed that man useless. And like I said, we're told this our entire lives, but people just don't realize the pressure that comes with.
Do not want a nice guy. You have to understand, anytime you see something like this on the internet, it is strictly for the likes and for the comments. They might tell you that they want this, but it's cap. And if you give them this treatment, it will be taken for granted and not appreciated. And she might even cheat on you with a that can't afford a bouquet of flowers. It is what it is.
That was easy.
Yeah, that girl was definitely flirting with him. But anyways, guys, that does wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys do want more content just like this, please watch the videos you guys see at the top screen. It does my channel a lot. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.